Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. Let's go right into this. This is Love and Hip Hop New York, Season 5, Episode 7. Now, we start right into this with Tara and Peter and Amina. And they're actually they've got themselves together and they're going to collaborate on having the children to meet each other. They were actually going to this pizza shop or whatever. Well, basically, all I have to say about this is that Tara, and I've told you all before, one, Amina's an idiot. Two, Tara is just an absolute bitch. Period. I mean, she's late. So they're sitting there and they were kind of worried, was she even going to show up? You know, and that kind of thing. And then she gets there and she's just, you know, you could tell she don't want to be there. You could tell she's bothered by the whole situation. When, you know, and Amina was like, you know, like somebody would be when there's children involved. She's not trying to be weird. She's like, hey, how are you guys? Because I think this is the first time she's ever met those children as well. Because Tara wouldn't allow her children to be around her. But Amina was being really, really sweet. You know, and she has the one older boy coming. She's like, come on over and meet your sis. You know, this, that, the other. And when she said that, you could see in Tara's face, like, his sis. You know, just, it's like, girl, you are really out of touch with reality. You're all into your reality. The reality is, bitch, it's fucked up. And you all fucked it up. So, get over it. You know, it is what it is. And the kids were really cool. You know, I think he got a little confused. You know, the older one got a little confused at first. But then he caught it. He caught it. You know, he got other brothers and sisters too. That motherfucking Peter Leatherface bastard. But anyway, Tara could continue. And it was, the shade was really thrown at Amina. It wasn't being thrown at Peter. It was thrown at Amina. And then, you know, Peter's like pushing it. He takes the baby and he hands the baby to Tara over the table. Now, if I was Amina, I probably wouldn't want that bitch touching my baby either, the way she was acting. But Amina was cool. She handed her the baby. She's holding the baby like she was holding a bag of shit. Now, tell me, y'all, was it just me? But that's how she handled the baby. Cute little baby. But she was holding the baby like it was somebody handed her a bag of fucking chitlins or something. I said, that's a mess. An absolute mess. It's fine to be nasty. It's fine to be a bitch. But when children are involved, no. I'll never side with you being messy when there are children involved, because the kids didn't fucking do it. But anyway, and the baby boy, he was all like, you know, talking to the baby and everything. And the children were fine. That fucking Tara was the one who was bothered by the whole thing. Then Peter says to her, you know, we really appreciate you letting this happen, this, that, and the other thing. She didn't respond. And Amina said, I appreciate it too. I really appreciate you doing this, Tara. She didn't respond. And then Peter says, thank you, Mrs. I think it was Wiles is her last name. And she's like, you're welcome. But her and Amina, they shared no dialogue at all. Just a bitch. It wouldn't have happened to me, but you know, I'm not stupid like that. So, whatever. Anyway, moving on, because that done got on my nerves. And for real, I probably really don't need to see them no more. That's just ridiculous. Next, we see Yandy and Kim. Now, Kim is literally, she's still mad. Basically, she's still mad. You know, she's mad with Bandici. She's mad with Bandici's mama. She's still mad with the whole thing. But I'm real irritated with them, her and her daughter, her and Samantha, because they have an agenda. And that agenda is all about taking little Bandici's off of them. And they're pushing for court. They just don't want to get along. They don't want to get it right. They want to go to court because they think that they can win. But I'm serious. I'm not so sure that they actually could. There's too much time that has gone by. So I'm not so sure that they actually can win. So Yandy's trying to do all of this, you know, fixing and mending, and I don't know. I'm thinking that it might just be best to say, fuck it, and let's go on the court. You know what I mean? But it might not work as well if they're not married. Her and Bandici could go on and get married, and then let's go on the court with the shit. I really believe they will come out on the top. But whatever. So she's trying to do all that. Kim's fussing about she wants Mandisi's to pay for the cleaning bill and all that for her suit where his mother threw the drink on her and Sam and all that. So I'm like, okay, and I'm going to get back to that. You know what? No, I'm just going to cover all this right now. Okay, so she started right there about the suit. She's going on and on and on about this suit and how she wants this money back. And Yandy's like, well, Kim. And she's like, no, that's what I want. Or we can go to court. So I'm like, okay. So then later on we got Yandy. She meets with Judy. Judy's all defensive. And now she seems to have issues with Yandy. Like, she's like, I guess there were issues that always lied there, but now she's bringing them up, and Yandy's like, this is not the time for you to want to hash your issues with me. And she's telling her all about this loyalty that she doesn't have to her. You know, I'm going to be your mother-in-law, and this, that, thing, the other. Here we go. Okay, because I got a problem with this. Soapbox, y'all. Okay. Yandy's mother, bitch, are you crazy? Yeah, not Yandy's mother. I'm sorry, Mandisi's mother. You're crazy, bitch. Yandy is in love with Mandisi's, okay? Mandisi's is in love with Yandy. None of that got nothing to do with your black ass. You understand that? It don't have anything to do with you. I don't know where this shit comes from that people feel like the person's coming from the outside has to win. I don't have to win over your mother. I would like to get along with your mother, but I don't have to get along with your mother. I don't have to fuck with your mother at all. And you don't have to fuck with mine. I'll never get that. But I guess it's never been my problem. Well, now, I mean, hell, I never worried about it because I was never heterosexual. You know, I never had it. So there was never a risk of me being heterosexual. So I never had to worry about a dating situation where the mother, well, I guess you could have done that being gay too, but I ain't trying to win over your mother. Fuck your goddamn mother. It's about me and you, period. And that's kind of how I've always kept anything that I ever dealt with, any relationship that I was in. If I got along with your family, that was fine. If I didn't, it really didn't make no motherfucking difference. It really didn't. Now, to be said, I ain't had very many relationships either. Okay? So there. But, just the same, I just find it ridiculous that she feels like Yandy owes her. She's like, you owe your loyalty. You're marrying into my family. Well, what's so motherfucking great about your family? What is so great the fuck about you, bitch? So she turned me completely off. I thought I was going to kind of like her a little bit. No, I don't like your mom all like that, man. This is your mother crazy in the motherfucker. Yandy got her own money. Yandy's fine, okay? Yandy's cool. So, y'all not offering her nothing real big, being part of your family with your motherfucking jailbird ass son. Like, for real, bitch? Get on out of here. But anyway, she continued on with that throughout the night. It was always about this loyalty. You're not the queen. You might be the queen of your son. But girl, bye. Anyway, I'm getting back down. Bam. I couldn't get with her. She had pissed me off. And if I was Yandy, I'd have told her politely to kiss my motherfucking ass on the pink part. But anyway, so she agrees that she wants to meet with Kim and she wants to meet with Kim and hash all that out, you know, and she didn't really say apologize, but hash all that out. And she ended up storming off at the end of the conversation because Yandy had told her, you know, the way you're acting, girl, you're not going to be in my wedding carrying on like that. No, you are not. It's not going to happen. And she ended up, I got it. She stormed on off. So they finally get the two mothers together. Yandy, you know, bamboozled it and got them together. That motherfucking Judy walked in talking that loyalty shit. They ended up basically hugging it out. Okay? They were cool and all of that. And they're going to try to give it a go again and try to work it out without going to court. I guess if Mona's done with this storyline, then they'll be done. If not, then Mona will keep writing and they'll go to court. But anyway, or keep threatening court. But the funny part was Yandy ended up sitting there laughing at these two dumb bitches. And so did I. Because at a point, when we figured out what because she's about this cleaning bill for the suit. So I'm like, oh gosh, this is a mess. You know what I mean? This is money. Chow. The bill for the motherfucking suit was $30. $30. You want... Pardon me. You are holding $30 over a man's head about going to court in the custody of his child. About $30? You broke bitch. Ridiculous. Anyway, moving on. I'm done with that. Mona, I hope you're done with that storyline. I'm done. $30. The fuck on. Anyway, moving the hell on. Erica takes her ass to meet up with her little friend Albie. She's bringing them up to speed on the nothing that she has going on. And then she basically tells him about Little Bow Wow. She has this secret. She's fucking Little Bow Wow. And everybody's like, weren't y'all friends before? Yeah, but then we went on. Everybody knows Erica's a tramp. That's just the way it is. That's just, you know, the little time I've been watching this. Beautiful girl. But it really seems as though if she's around a dick too long, she's going to suck it and sit on it. If she's around a pussy too long, she's going to lick it and lay up in it. That's just Erica. Now, that's my view of Erica. Beautiful girl, but she got a goddamn problem with inserting things into her and, mess. As a whore. As you know, I don't even know if it's a whore because she's not even getting paid. She's just tramp. She's a tramp. But anyway, moving on. Later on, it's supposed to be such a secret about her and Bow Wow. She sat with Amina and told her too. So, I mean, you know, not very secretive, but she's telling everybody it's a secret, and she's telling all these people that she's fucking Bow Wow. Whatever. And that was basically all we seen of her. Her with that. I really like Sean. I really like him. Bow Wow. Really? I guess. Not for me. Not for me. I don't see it. I never seen it when he was with Sierra. I'm like, he likes these big women. These women that are bigger than life, and then he's like this little boy. It just looks like a molestation ring or something when he's involved. He's just too little and too... Ooh, no thank you. Anyway, moving on. Chrissy and Shank. They meet up. They get to talking. He basically is telling her that he ain't willing really to let her go. You know, he ain't really willing to let her go. And this bitch fell for the whole thing. She just fell right back into it. Just as dumb. I watched her as she came in there. That bitch looked like a motherfucking Amazon. I said, damn, Chrissy. She had this little dress on. She didn't look bad for a change. She had some old dumb hairdo on where, you know, she always fucks that part up. There's like a mohawk piece in the back and a piece hanging. Kind of looking like she's in the Madonna video for Vogue. That, she could have just shaved that off and left her top and she'd be all right. She just tries to do too much. And she's big. She's a big-ass woman. She looked like the back of a couch. I said, God damn. Then you put her up next to him and he's a little idiot of a midget talking all that shit. His mouth is the biggest thing he got. And he's going on, but she fell right into it. We'll write a contract. I just looked at her. Like he's holding this, okay, we're going to do it, but we'll do it in my time. We'll have a baby in my time. I'm the one with the pussy, excuse me. No, we'll do it in my time. You know, when I'm ready. I'm the one that got to carry. I'm the one that got to do bottles and stay up all night and all that bullshit. But that dumb bitch fell for it. So I was like, all right, well, whatever. And she was just as happy because she really wanted that little idiot of a midget. I said, okay. He talked to his cousin earlier in the program. The cousin basically told him from the door, ain't nobody to fit. We are not going to accept this bitch. Whoever she is. He didn't know her. He's like, whoever the fuck she is. We're not going to accept her. You've been with your wife since y'all was 15 years old. She's a part of the family. I don't know who this other motherfucker is, but we're not going to accept her. Period. So I guess we'll get more into that going forward. But he was very adamant about the fact that they wasn't trying to accept nobody else that he brought in, that the kids and the wife was what the family's priority was, and you go do whatever the fuck you want to do. Wait until they see Herc, you cunt, honey. Wait till they see her. Bitch look like a WWF wrestler, but whatever. So that's going to be interesting to see. We did have a scene with Cisco And his baby's mom, she's a dumb bitch too. She basically is going to let this fool give her rules about what's going on with her next. So, well, we're always going to be in each other's life, but which is true because they got a baby, 2 babies together. But he's telling her about how she can't have nobody around his kids unless she's marrying them. And this, that, and the other. You're stupid enough to let this motherfucker that done ran up and down the road fucking everything that would let him up on it to run your life. Girl, we don't need to see you no more because you're just stupid. And that seems to be the end-going thing with this show. You're stupid. When you're stupid, I don't need to keep talking about you, and we don't really need to see you unless you got something else going on. So moving on, y'all probably won't hear no more about Tasha from me because she's a dumb bitch. Moving on. Lastly, Rich. This was a mess. Rich, Cisco, Mandices, and Chink were at the strip club having a gossip session. That's all the fuck they was doing. They was having a gossip session. They was telling each other it was a gossip session. Now, the thing with that, we watched the show, so I don't have to go through all that. The thing that struck me was funny. Mandices ain't about that life like that, I don't believe. I don't believe he's one of those guys that actually hangs in the strip club and does business at the strip club. There was this big bitch up on the stage, and they have her, the way it's filmed, she's right in the front of us, so we're looking dead in her motherfucking ass and pussy and titties, trying to see them behind her talking, but all along, we got to look at her stinking ass motherfucking pussy. As she's dancing and she's carrying on and she's going up and down on this pole and doing splits. She's a big old bitch. And I mean, she's hitting the ground and you're hearing skin smacking. And I'm like, really? Really? This is some Showtime shit here, ain't it? But anyway, at one point, the bitch laying on her back and she got herself pumped up on her heels and she's just shaking her ass in their face at this point. We got to stare at her fucking titties. And then that bitch dropped down onto the floor and took her legs and smacked them together real hard. It was like clack. That motherfucking Mandices jumped and his eyes got real big. I said, he ain't used to being there. He ain't used to being there. Now, and I think Mandices is soft. I really do. I'm not saying he's suspect or anything like that, but I just think he's this little pretty, cute little guy. And I just don't think he's all about that whole raunchy life like that. When that bitch clapped her motherfucking legs together, it made him jump and his eyes got big as golf balls. I fell the fuck out. Do you hear me? That was just a mess. I don't know if you all seen that, but poor Mandices, he was not comfortable. He was ready to go. He was ready to go. Anyway, last scene that they did was Rich, Johnny Blaze, and that fucking Paris. Now, you know Richard Paris been having some issues about her money. Okay, she feel like she ain't getting no money, and this is another ongoing thing I'm seeing. Rich, why ain't nobody getting no money when they work with you? And you always got excuses about why ain't no money to get. That look a little suspect. But anyway, Johnny Blaze is saying, wait a minute, this is my session. And we actually heard her saying she's good. But she says, this is my session, and them two is trying to talk, and she's steadily going on about how this is her session. Well, the more the girl, Paris, didn't agree with Rich, the more Johnny Blaze started getting into it. So I'm thinking Johnny Blaze still got a little thing for Rich Dollars. And she just, next thing I know, she got all hyped up. She's telling the girl, take it outside. This is my session. This, that, the other. Next thing you know, it erupts into a whole motherfucking fight. A whole fight. And then and they couldn't really get to each other. You know what I mean? But neither one of them went backing down nowhere. But I'm looking at Johnny Blaze and I'm saying, why is you all hyped up, honey? And then she said this. You don't fucking come in here, bitch, disrespecting me, and you don't fucking disrespect him, bitch. Oh, that's it. So, I don't know what it is. See, because I done already sat here and said, Rich fucks everybody, and everybody, all the girls, he fucks all the girls. And I'm looking at Rich and I'm saying, there is nothing going on other than in Rich's bank account that would make me allow Rich Dollars to touch me at all. So I don't know, because he seemed a little tight with his money. So he must got a goddamn battery and a motor on his tongue or something. But Miss Johnny Blaze, baby, you still got a thing for Rich. And that's what that was all about. It wasn't about your session. You didn't appreciate Paris talking to your man. But you don't know he ain't your man now. So I'm going to be watching. But yeah, I think Miss Johnny Blaze got a thing for Rich still. Even all that they've been through and all that, I think she got a thing for that little light skinned man, honey. I said, oh my. So anyway, that's basically it. That's all that went on, and we will get back with this next week and see what foolishness they have going on. Yeah, whatever. All right, y'all. You can thumbs up or thumbs down. You know how that works, and I will catch up with you guys next Monday. Bye, guys.